Welcome back to another episode of Clash of Spears. Today, the late Republican Romans will be facing off against the Seleucid Empire. This will be a "this is my land" scenario, so they will be fighting until one unit or one force breaks. And we are fighting out somewhere in the far east. So, with that, we'll go ahead and take a look at the units. Here we are with about 600 points of late Republican Romans. We have a level 4 leader, 2 units of 8 trained legionnaires, a unit of 6 allied slingers, and a Scorpio. This is a war party warband, so they will get one war party die for a reroll as a fate die or a breakpoint test. So with that, we'll take a look at the Selucids. Alright, here we have about 600 points of Seleucids. We have a level 4 character on a horse. We have a unit of 8 civvy pikemen. Can't pronounce what they're called, but there they are. And then we have the elite version of the pikemen, the silver shields. And then lastly, we have an Asian elephant with a elephant crew with thrusting spears. So with that, we'll go ahead and deploy and get ready for the battle. Alright, we have gone ahead and deployed our units. So I have my elites on my left flank, regular pikemen in the middle, and the elephant on my right flank. The Romans have lined up their Scorpio with my elephant, unit of veteran or trained legionnaires behind the building, another unit of legionnaires in the middle, and the slingers in the back behind that building. So with that, we'll go ahead and roll for initiative and begin the battle. I got a 6. She got a 6 as well. And that's a 4 to 6. Romans take the initiative. Alright, with the Roman initiative, she immediately activated her Scorpio to try to take out my elephant. So this will be a -2 to hit because of the range. So she's going to need a 6. And that is a 1. Goes flying clear overhead, completely missing. And you have 2 unloaded tokens. Unless you want to go ahead and ready those now.
I'm going to ready them now.
Alright. And then we'll continue. Alright, end of the first round. I had just advanced everything forward while the Romans put the slingers up on the building, and they cautiously moved forward as well, their leader attached to that unit. So with that, we'll go ahead and go to the next round, and we'll roll off for initiative. That's a 2 for me,
5.
and a 5 for the Romans with the initiative. Alright, first off with the Romans, she's activating the slingers to take some shots at my silver shields. So this will be 6 shots. What are we hitting on?
5.
5. Yeah, we got 3 hits. Alright. And then I get a +1 on my save, bringing it down to a 4+. Oh, and I take 2 casualties. So 2 guys go down, and then I need to make a grit test. Let's see, my grit is 3+. So I failed 1, so I take 1 fatigue, and then we move on to my turn. Alright, so after the slingers took their shots on my elites, went to my side where I moved up my leader, and then back to the Romans she pushed her veteran legionaries forward twice and then put them in close order, followed by me activating my pikemen, which moved twice and then made a attack move towards her Roman legionaries. She tried to interrupt with her slingers but failed her activation test. So I will be attacking, and I chose to do a all-out attack. So any 6s to hit count as double. So I will be needing 4s to hit. Ooh. So we got 4 6s, so that'll be 8 plus 2 regulars, so a total of 10 hits on your Romans. And then, so you're in close order, so you get a +1 to your save, correct?
I should, yeah.
Okay, so what do you need?
If I'm getting a +1, because I already have a 3, a 4, so I need...
Yeah, so you'll get
Sorry, I need
3s. Yep. Looks like 2 fails.
Okay.
Alright, so you lose 2 guys. And then actually we gotta see if it's your leader got injured. I believe you just gotta roll 2 dice, and if you roll a 1, the leader takes a hit.
Okay.
Nope. Okay. So now you roll 3 dice for your grit test. This will determine if you take any fatigue.
Let's see what my grit is. 3.
You take 1 fatigue.
Okay.
Alright, and then as a third action, I get a fatigue, and then an all-out attack gives me 2 additional fatigue for a total of 3. And we move on to the Romans' turn. Alright, a little bit of correction. I was thinking of shield overlap for these, which gives my unit a -1 to hit. But it was only 2 other 4s, so we'll let the outcome stand for now. And following up the rest of the round, these Romans moved forward. My elephant failed the activation test, so I only moved forward 4 inches. And then on the left side, my pikemen moved forward and then formed a close order to get their shield benefit from the slingers. So with that, we go to the next round and roll for initiative. That's a 3 for me. And a 5 for the Romans, who get the initiative once again. Alright, the Romans decided to activate the slingers first, taking some shots at my silver shields. So 6 shots. What are we hitting on? 5s?
Yep.
Alright. So I see 3 hits for 3 6s. Alright. And then my save becomes a 4-up. For 2 successes and 1 failure. So I lose 1 man. And then 2 grit tests, which is a 3, I believe. Yes, so they pass, taking no fatigue. You gain a fatigue. Any other actions with that unit?
I want to shoot again.
Shooting again?
Yeah.
Okay. Same unit?
Yes.
Alright. Let's see here. Any fatigue? Nope, or no grit. Good. So this time, 2 hits. And then 2 more saves. Getting that 4-up. Lose another man. And that is 1 failure. Let me double check if I did that correctly. Yes. Alright, so, and then I gain another fatigue. I passed that first one, didn't I?
Yeah.
So I take 1 fatigue. Alright, and then I'm at my first breakpoint. And then we go to the Romans. Alright, back to the Seleucid side. I activated this unit again, and I rested them. And then for my second action, I decided to do another all-out attack on the Legionaries. So this will be 8 attacks, and then a -1 for shield overlap, and then another -1 for the fatigue. So I need 6s to hit, and then also, because of an all-out attack, 6s count as double. It's a risky move, but I went for it, which paid off, giving me 6 attacks, or 6 hits. And then, what do you need to save? 4 plus, right?
Yep, 4.
Alright. We got 2. Only 2 saves, losing 4 guys.
Yeah.
And then also, forgot to mention, she also did the counterattack. Roll 4 dice. Any ones, the leader takes a wound.
Oh, man.
Leader takes 1 wound. Bringing him down to, what?
2.
2 wounds left?
Yes.
Alright. And then you lose 3 guys. And then you get to make a counterattack.
Okay.
3 guys.
It was 4.
Yes, but your leader took 1. So you got 5 attacks, right?
Yep, 2 for the leader.
Okay. What do you need?
Melee 3 for the leader, and then 4.
Okay, so roll them separately. So 4s for the Legionaries. Oof, getting 3 hits. Alright.
And then the leader. Got 1.
Got 1. So a total of 4.
Yes.
Alright, and then my save is a 5 up. I take 3 wounds.
Okay.
And then, so... grit test. You need to make a grit test as well. Probably should have done that first, but oh well. My grit is a 4, so I take 2 more fatigue. Alright, that unit accumulated 7 fatigue as the result of that combat, meaning I lost 2 more additional men. So I'm now down to 3 guys. And then she has to roll her grit test. It's 5 dice, and she needs a 3 to pass her grit. And she takes 3 fatigue. And then bringing her to 5.
Yeah. And
as a result of accumulating 2 fatigue, more than 2 or 2 or more fatigue, that unit is now stalled, which means it cannot activate this turn. So with that, we'll move on.
Okay.
Alright, next up, the Romans activated the Scorpio, and it's going to take a shot at my elephant. This will be a 5.
A 4.
To a 5, because of the -1. Which hits, and then you get to immediately roll again for a second shot. Which misses, so just 1 hit. And then this will be a -2 to my save, which will be a 5. Which I fail. So I take a wound, it's on 4 wounds left. And then And then I make a grit test. Actually, I don't, because they don't take fatigue. I'll double check the rules on that. Alright, and then you're unloaded twice. You're going to spend your other 2 actions to reload?
Yes, I am.
Alright, moving on to the Seleucid turn. Alright, so the elephant actually got hit a second time because it's a +1 to hit against elephants, which would require a 4 to hit, which she did roll. And then I failed my second save, so I'm down to 3 wounds on the elephant. Luckily, my driver didn't get hit, and now it is my turn. I am activating the elephant. Was I in range with the elephant? No, I'm not in range of the elephant, so I will spend 2 CP, and we'll make an activation check, which I pass both of them, and so I get to make my 3 actions. Alright, the elephant has rampaged into that unit. She's going to attempt to dodge, so let's see how many hits I make. This will be a 3+ to hit, for a total of 3 hits. And then you need to make 3 dice rolls, and you need 3 or lower to dodge.
Twos and ones.
And you only take 1 wound. You lucked out. Alright, and then make 2 dice roll for grit tests.
Okay, what's my grit? 3.
So you failed 1, so you take 1 fatigue, 1 casualty. And then I will make my 3rd action, which is to continue the rampage, which will be taking me into the Scorpio. Alright, so before I was doing my 3rd action, she decided she was going to react with this infantry unit. So she needs a 3 to react. She got it, and she's going to attack my elephant. Alright, so the Romans are striking the elephant, and then I chose to counterattack with my elephant crew. So we'll go ahead and roll those simultaneously. So this will be 3s to hit for the Romans. For a total of just 3 hits. And then I need 4s for 1. So, and then I need 3 up saves for the elephant. Oof, and I failed 2 of them. I'm going to spend a fate point to reroll. And I still failed. Okay, so the elephant is now down to 1 wound. Alright, and then you get to roll a save. What do you need?
4 for a save.
Okay. Got it. Alright. And then I have to roll a d6 plus 1, which is a 6, which passes. The elephant does not run amok. Alright. And then I will continue my rampage. Alright, and that's where the elephant ends. So the Scorpio pushes to the side, and then she's going to try to dodge. I'm not sure what happens to the Scorpio if they do successfully dodge, but anyways, rolling to hit. I need 3s to hit for 2 hits, and then you make 2 dodge rolls. What do you need?
I need under a 6. So 5 or lower. Since my save is a 6.
Okay. You take 1 casualty. Alright, bringing you down to 1. Okay, and then make a grit test for 2 dice. What's your grit?
My grit is 3.
You roll 2 4s, so you take 2 more fatigue, and that is twice the amount of models you have left. So with that, I think you'll break. So let me check.
Anyway.
Alrighty, so as the rules say, the model has to move out of the way, so I'm not going to be picky about it and saying the Scorpio was abandoned. So it stays, and then additionally they have Iron Will, so they don't retreat off the board if they take twice the amount of fatigue. So the Scorpio stays with 1 crew member left, and the elephant ends its 3rd action, bringing it to the Romans' turn. Alright, the Romans passed, and then that just left me to activate my last command point, which was spent on the commander, who moved forward. And then that brings us to the end of round 3. So with that, I will do a breakpoint test, as I've lost 9 models. So this will be 3 dice against my grit test. 1 failure means -1 to my initiative on round 4. 2 failures mean the force breaks. So let's see what happens. So that's 2 passes, 1 failure. I get a -1 to my initiative. So with that, we go to round 4. Alright, initiative test. And yeah, that's a fail. For a Roman initiative. Alright, activating the slingers first, and they're going to shoot down at my pikemen right here. So 6 shots hitting on 5s. Alright. And that looks just like 1 hit. And that'll be a 4-up save, which I failed. So I take a wound. And then grit test, which I failed 1, bringing me to 5 fatigue, and then that is twice the amount of models, so that unit gets wiped out.
Alright.
Actually, I think they were supposed to be wiped out with 6 fatigue. No, they went down to 4 fatigue.
And then I'm gonna go one more time with them.
Okay.
I'm gonna shoot at those guys.
Alright, they're gonna shoot at them. Okay. So that brings you to 3 fatigue, right? Or did you just put the 2 there?
I just put the 2 there for
Okay,
this one.
so this will be a -1 to your shot then with 2 fatigue.
-1.
Yep. So
I'll need
6s. Got 1. Alright, and then this will be 4-up, which I make.
Oh, you got it.
Alright, and that brings you to 3 fatigue, and then it goes to the Seleucid's turn. Alright, so, seeing as how my elephant won't be much use for the rest of the game, at least not this turn, and I'm taking a lot of casualties, I've decided to make a Hail Mary and activated my elite units, which moved forward, and then I made a all-out attack on this Roman unit, try to kill the leader to break the Roman force, and she decided to defend in response. So this will be 6 attacks, hitting on 3s. And I'm gonna re-roll 1 with my fate die for 3 hits, and then she needs to roll 3 dice and make a 4+ to cancel out those hits.
Oh.
And she canceled all 3 of them out. Alright. Unsuccessful attack. They move back with 2 fatigue. On to the Romans' turn. Alright, the Romans activated next, and they decided to attack the elephant. So unfortunately, I don't think it's long for this world. They will be doing an all-out attack, so 6s will count as double hits. And I chose to counterattack with the elephant crew. So I will be needing 4s to hit. And what do you need?
I need 4s.
Okay, I got 1.
Okay. 1, 6.
So 4, 5 total hits. Alright. And then you got 1, so this will be 5 3-up saves to save the elephant. No, the elephant is killed. surround the elephant and take it out. Then you make a save for one of your legionaries. What do you need?
I need a 4.
Just one. Nope, you lose a guy.
Okay.
And the elephant gets taken out, bringing us back to the Seleucid turn. Alright, activating my last unit, which would be the leader, who's going to charge an all-out attack on that infantry unit, still trying to kill the leader. So 2 attacks, hitting on 3s, 6s, so just 1 hit, and then a 4-up save.
Yep, for leader.
Which you fail, and then roll that again. Nope, just one of your guys. So you take another wound, and then roll 2 dice for grit. What do you need?
I need 3s.
And you failed 2, so you take. So you're at 5 now. Which will shatter that unit,
Okay.
but your leader will stay, as he has Iron Will. And then we move on to the Roman's turn. Alrighty, so that unit broke, and then for her last activation, she just fell back with her leader, bringing us to the end of round 4. I'm 3 points past my breakpoint, so I need 2 6s to hold firm, or else it is a Roman victory. And that is a Roman victory. Thanks for watching, guys.